Hey fam, welcome to another fire episode of Newsense on Popcentral TV. You can see a headline and ask yourself, it's always about these headlines. And you wonder how it take concern me. But trust me, today's gist is the ultimate wake-up call. We're diving into the age-old Naija saying, Nigeria is a rich country. You hear it everywhere. I've been hearing it since I was a child. From market women haggling over tomatoes, to big shots in Abuja boardroom, even international headlines, they echo out. But you get Tasibi. Nigeria, with all our oil, our massive population, and that unstoppable youth vibe, should be swimming in wealth. Yet, for most of us, it's like chasing a mirage in a Hammerthon. Let me break that a little bit. Mirage is something that's not really clear. It's just they change, Then the Hammerthon, you know what happens in the Hammerthon? Everywhere is white, you can't see through. So you can imagine you're checking something that is not really clear inside Hammerthon. That's it. Today, we're cracking this Nigerian paradox wide open. The second big English paradox. What is paradox? Paradox, now something where they like say, it's not true, but it's kind of true. Is it true? But when you look at it clearly, or you sit down, so are we rich? Yes, we're rich now. It's not like we're not rich, but we're not rich. Okay, on the paradox, let's bring it out. Wide open, not to complain, but to flip the script and show how we can build real, lasting prosperity, because it concerns all of us. Let's break this down proper. Like we're gisting over what this time? Is it suya or pepper soup? Which one do you want at our favorite spot? The Nigerian paradox. It's simple. We got mad resources, all reserves that have pumped over 350 billion into the system over a decade. We're Africa's biggest population at 230 million, full of energy and ideas. But check this. In 2023, nearly 40% of us were living under extreme poverty. It'd be like almost half of us, in short. And we're the second largest, I don't like to say this, home to the world's poor. Go and find out who's the first. How? How can a country with so much cash feel so broke for the average person? The truth is, true wealth isn't about what you dig from the ground. It's not about gold, it's not about diamonds, oil. Nah, history don't show us say that's a trap. Real riches come from what you build on top, productivity. It's using your people, your money, and your brain power smarter to create value that lasts. The magic ingredients: building up physical stuffs like factories, like roads, investing in human capital like education, skills, growing your workforce, and pushing tech forward. But the secret sauce: institutions. The rules of the game: strong property rights, so nobody go fit just jack your hustle. Rule of the law that treats everybody fair, and governance that's steady. We know what to expect. We know say it will come. Not chopping and changing like NEPA line. Without this foundation, even if oil money be rain, it could just evaporate into nothing. And that's Nigeria's core issue, the resource cost. Instead of blessing us, our oil has held us back. See how it works. First, Dutch disease. Back in the 1970s, before oil boom, Nigeria was exporting food, agriculture was king. But once black gold hit, that's another name for oil, black gold, everybody rushed to oil job. Investment, boom, oil jobs. Talent, boom, oil jobs. All to that sector. Farming and manufacturing, then they starve. Today, with all our fertile land, we're importing food we could have grown by ourselves. It's like abandoning your family farm for a lottery ticket that keeps fluctuating. Then volatility. How do I explain volatility to you again? You don't just stay one place, they go up, they come down, they go up, they come down. Over 90% of our exports tied to oil. So when global prices crash, like they do every few years, our whole economy shakes. Boom, bust cycle. Boom, bust cycle. Make planning impossible. 1 minute, you're balling. The next time, you're scrambling. It means say, things where you hope for, stable, just be like lotto. But the real killer, weak institution, easy oil cash, shifted governance from building real production and taxing properly to controlling and sharing the petrodollars. Politics became the quickest way to hammer. Corruption turned systemic, meaning everybody can do them now our way. Result: infrastructure in shambles, roads or potholes big enough to swallow it down, for power outages costing businesses $29 billion, hospitals without drugs. We're not oil rich. We are not oil rich. We're oil dependent. With 230 million mouths per capita, oil money is peanuts. Not enough to lift everybody, but just enough for us to be trapped in that dependency. This isn't Nigeria's wahala. It's a global thing. But the good news, other countries have beaten worse odds and turned things around. Their stories are our roadmap. So let's start with South Korea. In the 1960s, they were poorer than many Africans, but war-torn, no resources. Today, tech giants like Samsung, they rule the world. How? A laser-focused plan, exporting everything. They started with cheap textiles, climbed to steel, ships, cars, and chips. But the real hack, they arranged human capital first, education on steroids, building a skilled, disciplined workforce before blasting off industrially. Lesson, your people are your gold mine. I don't know how Nigeria is going to do one before the other. We just have to put these things together and do it. Then Singapore, tiny island, no land, no oil. They were kicked out of Malaysia in 1965 with unemployment and drama. Leader Lee Kuan Yew said, our only resources are people and location. Boom, they built iron-strong governance. Zero corruption, starting from top officials. Rule of law, like concrete. Business vibes, it welcomes everybody. Fair, it became a hub for global money and brains. Proof, wealth is created, not dug up, not dug up. Stop trying to find money on the road. It's not dug up, it is created. And closer home, Botswana, forest and independence. Then diamonds hit. Could have been a cursed city, but nah, they chose smart, prudent spending, stable politics. We invested diamond cash into education, health, roads. They turned bling bling into forever progress. Africa can win this. Let's talk numbers real quick like we usually do, because the facts don't lie. Over the decade, that is the last 10 years, Nigeria's oil has brought us $350 billion. How much is Elon Musk worth again? Well, enough to transform lives. That's a lot of money. Remember earlier when I said this oil money is not enough to lift everybody, but just enough to trap us in dependency. But here's the punch. In 2023, 40% of Nigerians live below the extreme poverty line. I said it earlier, that's almost half of us, and that's about 92 million people surviving on less than $2 unreliable power. It costs businesses $29 billion. Imagine what that could build if fixed. That $29 billion. Meanwhile, Botswana reinvested diamond revenues so well that GDP per capita is over 7,000, while ours hovers around 2,000. We're going to do another video and talk about GDP per capita because this one concerns us. GDP per capita is when you divide the number of people of the amount a country is making by the whole amount of people, meaning what is your usefulness. So in Botswana, it's 7,000, while ours hovers 2,000. South Korea, from $100 per capita in 1960 to $35,000 today, meaning one person they useful at the rate of $35,000 today. We, 2,000. Singapore, $70,000. Man, numbers show, and it's possible. Let's bring this home. Like that moment you're stuck, phone dead, because no light to charge. Or when you're scrolling X, seeing headline about another oil deal, big oil deal. For the average Nigerian youth, university grad hustling, side gigs, because former jobs no they pay. The paradox is hard. You remember when I told you about paradox? Paradox be like, we get this thing, we don't get them. But it be like say a day, but we know a day, we can't look where a day. So you're living in poverty, big deals, but you can't see it. Your cousin in Aba might be dodging bad rules while farming. But imported rice, the flood market, killing local price, or that fresh grad in Abuja applying for job. But corruption means connection trumps skills. Not Donald Trump, but connection trumps skills. It's more than skills. It's a daily grind. Paying extra for generator fuel because greed no day. And you watch politicians they flex while school lacks books. But it's not all doom. It's the fire we need to make us rise. That's Nigeria's spirit. Resilient, creative, and ready to flip it. Here's what sharp people do and what Nigerians must do to win. This is not theory, it's a 4-pillar blueprint. Straight from the winners like Korea, Singapore, Botswana, we can build all at once with grit. Radical institutional reform. Foundation first, create trust. Pay judges and police well to kill bribery vibes. Like Singapore, build merit-based civil service. Independent central bank. Sovereign wealth funds managed like Botswana. No more patronage. Rule of law all the way. Pillar 2. Human capital revolution. Millions of youths. Gold, that's gold. National mission. Universal literacy. Vocational schools exploding with skills for tech. Manufacturing. Turn universities into world-class hubs for STEM. That's science, tech, engineering, and math. And arts. We build healthcare so everybody is healthy and productive. Pillar 3. Infrastructure master plan. No more bottlenecks. Pragmatic energy. Oh, this is my big English again. Yeah. Pragmatic means talk small, do plenty. Action where it makes sense. No long story. Just results. Fixed grid. Push solar off-grid. For reliable power. Integrated roads, rails, ports to move goods fast. Digital superhighway. Cheap internet as basic as water. Unlocking online hustles. Pillar 4. Strategic diversification. Unleash real engines like agribusiness boom, turn farms into export powerhouses. Manufacturing revival. Special zones with solid infrastructure for made in Nigeria globals. Starting agro processing and new oil, digital and creative. That's a new oil. A minister will love this. Creative and digital is a new oil. Fintech transforming banking, Nollywood dropping bangers worldwide, Afrobeat conquering charts. This creates jobs quick. Leapfrogging old hurdles. That $100 billion for creative industry, we can make it. Sharp people already they move. Youth building apps and Lagos hubs. Farmers using tech for better yields. Activists pushing anti-corruption. Just join them. Vote smart. Demand transparency. Skill up online. The blueprint works. It's how nations rise. Woof! It's been a long ride, isn't it? Decoding the paradox and mapping the win. Nigeria's potential. Infinite. We shift from oil sharing to value creating, and boom, prosperity for generations. You will finally understand this country. Besides this video you're watching, you can also read a quick article version of today's topic, or swipe through our blazing Instagram carousel that breaks it down in seconds. If you want more, we've built an interactive web analysis system, like a website. You can also explore facts and numbers yourself. And if you're really ready to deep down, listen, every single Newsense episode comes from extensive research. The kind of research that takes you days to dig through on your own, or even weeks. We've made them ready on PDFs, available for you to download, all on our website, popcentraltv.com. I'm Yinka Obebe, and I do this every day. Catch Newsense and Popcentral DStv 189 and follow us on YouTube. Watch on YouTube as well, Popcentral TV, TikTok, Instagram, X, for more vibes and insights. Explore all the numbers. Just learn something. Engage. Stay sharp.
This is for information only and not advised. Some details or policies might have changed by the time you're watching this.